3 red lights, 4 red lights, 5 red lights. And it's lights out and away we go. It looks like Jitto had a better start than Sink. As they go into turn 1, it looks like it's a bit of a squeeze as that 2 men pushed off the Red Bull of Arbon.
Oh, three abreast in the background. That's very interesting.
4 abreast in the background, I think I saw there. Oh, as we got elite risks.
No.
And that's a jinx. That's the commentator's curse in its finest. We've jinxed him too hard.
Oh, Williams having a go.
Just a lunge, yep.
Oh, the car's off.
Getting caught up there. Don't know if that will be damage.
It's a bit of damage. Great start from Jitto though, out front, J-Lee Menz. And there, oh, that's a bit of a lunge. So no, made contact. But yeah, great start from Jitto up front. And 2 men as well.
Better traction compared to Sink. Maybe Sink got caught napping a bit on those lights. They were a bit delayed, so we'll see.
Rain in 10 minutes, says Kevin. Must have been on the formation lap. Said. She said the Fox was back. Simba in the pits already, as there's a McLaren under pressure.
As he's retired, maybe that's the lag. Maybe that's lag. He did have some connectivity issues in qualifying. So maybe some drivers have been reporting that.
Gibson having a move.
We've got Van Dorn and Quattro here going into the hairpin. Looks like Van Dorn is going to stay behind the Alpha Tower driver, but he is pushing him around that hairpin actually.
Looks like Gibson and J-Lee Menz having a alright ding dong at the moment. Good contact.
Men's on the softs, Loco's on the mediums. Get pressurises Men's by another medium runner off Jam. He's also had a decent start himself.
Jam and Batter is up 5.
Yeah. So is Loco at 5, so this is equal peggings.
Wesley's getting close actually.
Yeah, now we have DRS. I don't think he's probably too far back to go for a move here, but he does get DRS up. He does get the help of DRS going towards the hairpin. So is he close enough to try and go for a move? He is pushing the Red Bull round towards the back straight. It looks like he is going to be closer. He looks like he is going to try and go alongside, and it looks like he is trying to go to get his Ferrari ahead, but due to the late brakes, he goes a bit wide. And Sink gets his Ferrari back into the lead of the race. After a poor start, this brings Turin back into play behind Jitto. These guys are on the mediums. I think Schott is the highest soft runner in the top 5. Oh, as we got Van Dorn around.
I was about to say they're all in DRS range, and then Van Dorn is spun, I assume. On his own. Czech is now detached from the train a little bit, but he seems to got good enough pace to drop J-Lee Menz at the moment. Shut middle right on the back of Arbon.
Jitto's just trying to get past the Ferrari again, but he has to be careful with Jitto because 2 minutes right there. So he's the top, at least the top 6 all in their little DRS train. Czech isn't losing this train too much, as I think he is losing J-Lee Menz as Czech. Maybe he's trying to close up to his train again as Lewis sets Vettel up. I think that's on fresh mediums. And it is. We'll go on, hop on the tyres.
Yeah, that's yeah, well, it seems to be settling down a bit. I think Czech is really trying to get in close, but I don't know if that'll matter once it rains really, but he wants to be close enough as Arthur.
Trying to go defensively here. Shot maybe. What shot will go for the move?
A little bit wide from Robin, that would probably be a warning. Yeah, quite a few drivers actually go out wide at turn 1 in the opening laps. So a few drivers will probably have a warning at the moment. Shutmetal is very keen on their soft compound tyres, still firing up very nicely. It's so important for these medium runners just to try and stick ahead, stick together if they can. West here, Arvin goes a little bit wide, but yeah, it seems to be towards Tooman. I think is sitting pretty at the moment. So is Jitto.
It's been a good opening lap so far for Tooman in the Alfa Romeo. As I think Joey Mans has closed back in to Czech, who is bringing them towards his train for the lead.
He's giving us some Czech. Wants to give it to him. He's been putting himself in contention at the moment. He's trying to, at least. He's just about going to miss out.
Just missed out, but he might get it for the second one. But I think Shutmetal is already low on ERS. He is 5% already. And it is very hard to gain up ERS around here, so he's going to leave himself in a very bad situation for the remaining laps of this race. As ERS is very hard to come across to recharge it. There's what a beautiful camera angles. We see all the cars swooping around that hairpin.
So check within DRS. Oh, is he? Yeah, I think top 10 in DRS range.
He's on knocking doors as Czech. It looks like the top 10 have decided just to stick in this DRS range. No one's really keen on trying to make an ambitious move. And someone makes a drastic mistake. I think we've got a bit of a battle behind between the Josh and Van Dorn. Nothing's going to happen this lap between the top 10, I don't think there is. We'll hop aboard with that battle between Van Dorn and the Josh. Josh is disconnected from the session, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's 3 DRS hopefully for Badders. Picked up for some time, apparently, but he's on the way back at the moment.
Van Dorn takes the opportunity to go straight through the disconnected driver.
Jitto is a little bit of seems to have lost a little bit of pace.
Looks like Sink is a bit pulling a gap here.
This race in 10 minutes does really not materialise at the moment, but so yeah, that game was obviously lying to him. It was probably coming, I'd say, after that 16, 17, judging by.
Yeah, but it depends on the clouds. I mean, the clouds are in the sky, but I don't see any.
Yeah, I think once it visibly gets darker, we'll still.
Quattro seems to be closer to Shutmetal this time around. As he's pushing the Mercedes. Push back in. Is Quattro going to go for the move? Going to try and go around the outside of the hairpin. Get better traction. Looks like he does, but Strip Metal is still there. This is going to be a side-by-side drag race to the right hander. Strip Metal does back out in the end. And Quattro with a nice move to get him into the top 5. Maybe he can challenge Arbon, who is now struggling with VRS himself. See that red light flashes through, that's just a bit of harvesting, but Tumen is also dropping the top 2. So maybe he's having a mistake, but still the top 10 all in this DRS train. Should I say that jams from
It's Chili Menz.
Menz is in.
Already, that's an early stop. In the AlphaTauri. You might have had all the tyres, of course. But yeah, Arbon is now in trouble. He's lost DRS to Tumen, and Quattro is right on the back of him.
Yeah, Arbon has been trying to use his ERS to keep within the DRS range.
So it's Quattro got past Shut Meadow in Norway. I didn't even realise that. I missed that somewhere.
I did commentate that, so maybe you won't listen.
Yeah, I must have missed that completely. My apologies.
Could you might call it?
Yeah, I didn't keep up with all the action. I must have been looking at someone else.
Yeah, well, still got Van Dorn versus Barlow after Van Dorn getting past the Josh. Maybe Van Dorn trying to get himself back into point-paying positions.
Arbon is really pushing it at the moment. He's snuck the DRS once again, but the ERS is non-existent. I think it's about time, but I think Westy is the best of the bunch by the looks of it, apart from Czech. Czech and Westy at the moment are the best, and that's only 30-odd%. Just creeps up to 40 as he gets through the slow corners. But yeah, Arbon is in danger of dropping out DRS range, especially this Quattro and Shut Middle will pit in the next few laps. What they will get onto is another question, but I assume it'll be the medium tyres to the rain. Maybe they'll try and have a
Well, I mean, the mediums from lap, I think if you pit on the mediums from lap 12, they can make it to the end of the race, so...
I can't remember when I pitted, it was a lap, what was it, lap 10 safety car to the end?
Time penalty himself. 4 drivers now with a time penalty. I think we'll see more to come.
Yeah, they're starting to get stretched
Smoke
out.
has had a bit of a mistake.
They're starting to get stretched out at the front. So Quattro is goes to Loco Gibson with the penalty. I wonder if Quattro will pit. No, he doesn't. He doesn't have DRX either. So he's missed the detection point.
This does allow Shut Metal though, and it allows Czech to come back into play on the medium. All the softs starting to die off because Czech is gaining these two, and these two are losing the mediums up ahead.
Yeah, this, well, we'll see. People at the back. Elite Risk is kind of running his own race at the moment. J.D. Menz back down in 17th place. Jesus Christ, this just shows how close the pack is together. He's come out all the way down in 17th place.
Yeah, after pitting after lap 9, I think it was.
It was lap 7, I think he pitted. Very lap 8 or something like that, very early stop. But it seems like St. Wesley at the moment has got the edge on the field. Can he carry on? He hasn't got his teammate to worry about. There's Van Dorn next to the time.
Still.
Yellow flag.
Still no. Oh, as we've got, I think that's
Still on
smoke
again.
around. Yeah. He had a bit of a moment in that corner. Ahead have we got Quattro's finally in. I think this is going to be a move for P5 when Czech versus Shut Metal. I don't think he's going to be a bit too far back to go for the move. It's free. Maybe he's gonna try and save what he's got for the hairpin.
No, it's just the dark, so I think I think the rain is fast approaching in the next 5 or so laps, maybe.
Send it down inside as they're banging wheels. Chip Metal just hangs around the outside and keeps the move done. Oh, Gallo keeps the position off P5, but still Czech is pushing that Mercedes around. And while these two are battling, they are losing the top 5 or 4. Czech is desperately, well, he's desperate trying to get past that Mercedes. And he should be in this lap also. Unless he wants to take those softs to the rain.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing he's thinking about at the moment.
Oh, as rain is now pouring down.
Quattro is going to be fuming at that. Check's got fast shutman on.
Yeah, short metal will be like rain quicker. To get off those softs, and maybe the strategy for a short metal might be paying off.
See how fast this comes down then. Next 5 or so laps to be crucial. Car stopped in the pit straight. And that smoke is somehow smoking. That is an odd. I'm not quite sure how that's happened actually.
It's a bit of a weird one, that one. Listen, we do have a few other big gaps, so they might be getting a bit more bigger as this rain's coming down. Maybe some will struggle with traction more than others.
DRS still enabled, of course. Just gonna flag again. Smokers are really struggling. I think he just wants this to be over at this point.
Yeah, Czech is.
Yeah, Smokers are really struggling.
Yeah, Czech is.
Off Van Dorn.
The
grip is. Sorry, to cut you off. The grip is minimal at the moment.
Yeah, but like it's not time for inters at all yet.
Oh, it might be now. The track's just changed a little bit. I think.
Yep.
I think. Oh, and Smokers. Thank God for ghosting because that was a bit scary. I think you would get a bit set up. Which is annoying for people like.
It's gonna be a gamble. This is gonna be. I would pay off.
I would potentially pit this lap, to be honest. I think you should pit this lap. I think even if you're up when you pit this lap.
The smoke gets 10 seconds for exceeding track limits. It's a bit harsh. Got
to pit. Got to pit. If you're up and you pit.
Oh yeah,
you have to pit. I think Superman's made a mistake here. DRS is still enabled, but I think this is a right on the crossover.
I think it's gonna be. I think as soon as one inter guy gets on track, it's gonna be instantly disabled. I think, yeah, if you look on board on Tubeman right now, you can just see the puddles.
You may as well. It'll be a busy pit lane, of course. Albon's going to lose out massively.
Yeah, well. Will Tubeman gain anything from this?
Maybe. I think it'd be a pretty mammoth lap, but the track is so wet at the moment.
I mean, at the moment, if I go to the leader, he has 24 seconds ahead of Sink Westy. But that gap is slowly, well, not slowly, but averagely coming down. It's it is now been disabled as DRS.
Yeah, Timon's going to lose out a few. Well, he's going to lose out. That's why I thought put this lap on the track.
Yeah, I think Timon will still come out behind Jitto. And let's see. That's a very bad pit stop. But should be in the gap between Jitto and Czech.
Oh, JD Menz has gone off the track as well. Yeah, they keep on the medium, so completely. 11 life. Where's Sink Westy?
So he obviously pulled a gap as Sink Westy to Jitto.
Is Timon going to come out?
He actually is going to not. Yeah, he's going to come in the gap.
He's done well, Timon. He's going to be under pressure from Czech.
Was such Jitto round?
Oh, where's he? Oh, Jitto, no.
I thought that was in him ghosted. I thought he went straight into the side.
He's not been good. Thank God for ghosting.
That's another driver that's been caught out by this weather.
Well, after that, Timon's actually gained one position after that spin, but he's lost a heap of time to Sink Westy. But will Timon thrive in these conditions? Can Sink Westy hold on? Will these tyres hold on? I think that's the aim for these tyres to go to the end of the race, I assume. Will these tyres hold on though?
Yeah.
Or will they have to pit once again? Might be in puncture territory come the end of this race.
And are the full wets going to be in play? Because it's like it is meant to be getting heavier.
Yeah, that too.
We have a first retirement.
We have a safety car.
On track, and that is
Barlow.
Safety cars. Where's he? How's he lost it there? Let's see if we can go on board.
He must have lost out of this corner here, and then he just couldn't stop it going into the wall. That's a shame for Barlow. But yeah,
it's looking a strong performance so far.
Tricky, and I was saying that Timon hadn't had made a mistake by staying out, but actually he's actually benefited from all this in the last couple of laps, and he's gained one position and he's now going to be right on the back of Sink Westy. So we're all going to bunch back up. The Red Bulls have lost out Czech as well. He's really gained a lot from this intermediate period.
Yeah, this helps out Jitto after having that little bit of a spin, closing back up to Sink Westy. It also helps Elite Risk close back up to the pack. These guys will be controlled by Delta until they reach the safety cars. Safety cars waiting for them at the second DRS straight.
No, actually, Elite Risk is going to join at the back of the pack, actually. Just realised that. See them come out of the pits onto the intermediates once again.
Yeah, this does help Elite Risk to get back in this race. But does he have some wet pace? It's a whole new ball game trying to driver in the wet. So drivers will be put to their, well, put to a skill test to see if they can last. But the rain has, I think the rain probably surprised a lot of drivers for coming a little bit quick. I mean, the rain came just before this, well, as soon as it was time for the soft pit window.
Yeah, right. Let's have a look at what will happen. Look at the race director. Let's see. Looking at it. Yeah, I mean it's.
Jam's pitting again.
Yeah. Yeah. So we've got the penalties. Gibson, Ham, Badders, Van Dorn,
Jam's
wet
gone
tyres.
for the wet, yeah.
Is it really wet enough? I don't know how useful the wet tyres are, okay? Unless you start on them. The wet tyres, that either.
Unless this is a bold strategy call because they'll need safety car and maybe that's delaying the, well, making the rubber come down a lot
What
harder
in
than it is.
the Alpha Tauri strategy is that? Unless this is like a master stroke, but the safety car should be. I hope Elite can catch up. Actually, but safety car will probably be in the end.
Oh no,
Unfortunately. It's absolutely chucking it down now. I could hear the rain. Absolutely pelting down, so maybe, I don't know, Jam seems to be a bit slow when it comes to that.
yeah, he's had a bit of a spin.
I don't know, safety car
might be on the cusp. It shouldn't be in this lap, the safety car. It has one more lap to stay out.
Okay.
So
That was
does allow,
it is very wet, but the rain to start pelting down. I just don't know if it's wet enough. I'm on board with Elite Risk at the moment. It looks very wet, but it just doesn't.
There's
There's
not really a lot of spray on his tyres.
No, the track is just quite greasy, but yeah,
I mean, yeah, it's not. I would say that's nowhere near wet because you're not. It doesn't look like you'll be.
There's no
much.
puddles appearing at the moment.
Yeah, there's no standing water, as they say. There's the full wet to move standing water, and it's just used for slippery surfaces.
We'll see. Looks like he's trying to get past the Josh, and he's allowed. No, he's not. No, he's had to.
Yeah, Lewis is caught with these two.
Lewis has gone past. He's had to go. Oh my god, a cycle.
Safety car should be in this lap.
Safety car in this lap. Then, yeah, I think Tuman will be licking his lips at this opportunity. But yeah, St. Westy has led for a lot of this race after losing it early on. Since he got back past it, so he hasn't looked back. But yeah, the rain's starting to get a little bit heavier. What's going on back here?
Spadders has had a bit of it off, it looks like.
Well, hopefully they can sort themselves out. If that hasn't said this, yes, it has now.
There we go. We're on board with Tuman for this restart, as we'll see from the Alfa Romeo's perspective on when St. Westy go, and because it's pretty much his first takeoff on the wets, you know, he could spin it. So He's also got that to think of.
Got to be so careful. Seem taking a better line here, you'd say. But it's Westy's prerogative to go, and I think he's going. He's gone.
He's gone now.
Oh, he's spinned.
Oh, he's binned it as I just called it.
Takes first shot again. It's great doing at the moment. Look at Ham, Zaka's beast as well in the background. Very close together. It's going to be. Oh, they're all bunching up. Ham's gone very late on the brakes. I know Gibson, he slowed it down. And has made the actually brilliant move. Oh, misses it on the exit, but yeah, as Tooman now leads. Check. And the Red Bulls are going to be fighting hard as Jam seems to be falling down the order.
Zach is trying to push his way past the local, but he's not looking for him there. Hammer is showing some good wet pace here. He's trying to make his way past. But yeah, I think Tooman will be laughing underneath that helmet right now, seeing that Ferrari disappear.
He will, but he's got to quickly refocus. It's a lot harder to overtake in wet conditions, so relying on maybe a bit more of a mistake from the driver ahead. You can check really have outright edge. Ditto is really struggling at the moment to live with the pace of Tooman and check. There's Loco, Gibson and Ham going at it.
His team orders going to come into play with the Red Bulls. Are they going to switch them? A little bit more pace than his teammate. I think these two are fighting each other. I don't think they're going to make it easy for each other. If they just go wide, so maybe that's a warning for him. Or was Arben's always been in the back of him? That would have been 2018 Azerbaijan vibes.
Yeah, just so he's probably needs to play the. I mean, it's hard to say really, but does he need to play the team game here? He's losing loads of time. Look at Gibson gets another penalty. Elite Risk is making moves.
He is, and 2 minutes pulling a gap out in the lead. As the top two have pulled away from Jito here, so Jito is not really having the strongest wet pace he might be hoping for.
Yeah, Arben just needs to really try and get close to him, but he doesn't seem to have pace himself at the moment. He's struggling, but it's at the moment just a 2-horse race. And fast becoming a 2-horse race if you're into the last third of the race once we cross the line. And Tooman extending the gap out to 1 second. It's really about who's got their car set up for these wet conditions. They're going to be quite high winds around here anyway, so might just be alright with the setup they've got.
As he's got a penalty.
He really has to get his foot down now to try. If he's going to try and win this race, he really has to go and grab this race by the horns and win it himself. He's got to win it twice.
I'm also losing the rear off that corner, but it seems like everyone's fine with him as Quattro is trying to go around the outside of Zach. Zach's also trying to lose. He's going to lose 2 positions to Van Dorn. Zach has just lost 2 places in 1 corner. He's got the pace to strike back.
Let's see. Let's
move here. I think we've got Ham on Loco here.
They've fired so much since the restart. There's puddles that are actually starting to appear. We'll get drier again. Quattro picks up a penalty, and that's a line of people who've got a penalty. Oof, there's Ham almost.
Yeah,
swaps around.
Dawn's going to go on a move for Quattro here.
Oh, Badders.
There's also Badders.
Men's actually, I think. It's on. Oh, there's been contact between Badders and Men's. I'm not quite sure what's happened there, but he's been forced to go into the pit lane. Interestingly enough.
It's now 4 seconds. The top two have compared to anyone else.
Yeah. What Tuman does need is another safety car to come out. It won't be a safety car for Baz returning the pit lane, but yeah, it doesn't. That's the last thing he wants is another safety car.
It seems like Jito is not playing the team game.
No, does Arben have to pay? So it's the question. He's not getting close enough, but can he get close enough? At the moment, Tuman is.
Maybe he doesn't want to get close enough.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe just after 3 and 4, they're going to settle in. But if they really want to get more, they're going to try and push as hard as possible. You would think.
Tuman is getting the move on here. He's not pulling massive gaps, but he's gaining somewhat of time.
Yeah, little by little, Doom is extending the advantage. 9 laps to go, 8.5 laps to go in this race. And these are more. Westy picks up a penalty. Most drivers are getting a penalty now. But yeah, Tuman is really trying as much as he can, especially through the middle part of the lap. He seems to have the advantage from about turn 3 and 4 onwards. Seems to be 2 minutes gaining most of his advantage. So flag Hams round.
Yes, we can. I don't know
If that's contact or not. Doesn't.
Check Loco, because I know he was right behind Loco. I think Loco's got any damage on it now. So it might have just been through traction.
Would have been.
If that was any contact, I'm sure the drivers would put it in for the steward to look at.
Yeah, unfortunate for him.
But yeah, I don't think Tuman needs to be that worried, as he's only going to lose 1 place at the moment to that penalty. But do the Red Bulls feel like one's quicker than the other?
I don't know, it just seems that Jito has 5 since the restart. He hasn't only placed jam and has spun in the middle sector.
If you guys here pitting for the wet to meet, as we do.
The tyres are being used, interestingly enough, as we got a different phase of this race coming towards us. The puddles are starting to appear now.
Loco's got a bit of a bad exit going onto that hairpin.
Just starting to think that it is wet tyres, and I'm also starting to think that Tuman has got the pace, has got enough pace to go on and win this race. But another curveball of the wet weather strike again, as it seems Tuman has lost so much time since turn 8. It's just half a second. It
might be heavier in the last sector, maybe.
Got a problem, or is it just finding its way? Are they going to pit? No, stays out. They stay out.
It's just to go to pit. They stay out. Jito is losing a lot of time. Wouldn't even say that 2 tenths a lap. I think that's like roughly 6-7 tenths a lap to the top 2.
Speed picks up penalty. Yeah, it's just I don't know. It just seemed like Tuman was doing well, and then just lost a bit of time, but.
Jam picks up a penalty. A virtual
safety car.
What is...
Ham's gone slow on the straight.
Yeah,
Not quite sure what happened.
Alpine goes. slowly. Has he got wing damage? He has. He's lost his whole front wing. So there's the VSC out for Ham. Maybe he did what Sink did at the start.
Yeah, possibly.
But Sink kind of managed
That's-
to
yeah,
keep that out of the wall. I think I
didn't
might have
think,
just got in.
Don't think the wet's on the right side by the looks of that. Late risks to force himself back in the points playing positions and might put himself up. Might fight for 6th place. If he can get any higher. This is very important to restart.
There's a front wing in the middle of a track.
Yeah, I just saw that actually. As we're going past.
It's still there.
Oh, Tuma's got a drive-through penalty. No, sped under VSC.
Oh, this is
Heartbreak.
opened Czech's eyes wide as possible.
Arbon's ahead. Arbon's ahead. He's coming outside of Jitto. Turn 4. What a move from Arbon. And he is up.
It's just going to fight it back. It looks like these Red Bulls are fighting each other.
Has Arbon been unleashed? Sort of a long way to go if he's going to go and fight Czech for this race win, but that is heartbreak for Tuman. And he was trying his best to get that through. He had at least 2nd place nailed on. And now he's going to drop all the way out of the points even. And what pace has Arbon got for his last 5.5 laps? I think he's going to catch 6.5 seconds, but a change of things have happened, of course. This hand picks up currently speeding, but I assume he is going to retire from this race. That's what she usually follows. Is he? That doesn't look like at the moment. Yeah, I think all Czech has to do now is try and hold on. Keep
Tuman's going to go all the way down to P11. But he's choosing not to serve it just yet.
He's just going to try and push as much as he can now. I don't think he's really bothered anymore. Driving angry probably. Gibson is very close.
And Albon's already broke the second gap. Oh, he's going to go for it actually. Dive central
Czech's
with
got
that.
Czech's got a penalty.
So this could be Albon's chance.
I don't think Albon has the pace. He needs 3.5 seconds. I don't think he has 3.5 seconds better than Czech in his locker. He's very equal at the moment with Czech.
Okay, he's got a penalty as well now. So this kind of puts Jitto in a bubble protection because he's got a guy behind him on a penalty.
He's absolutely ringing the neck at the moment. Down from it's just a shame that he has.
I think he has to come in this lap.
Either this lap or next lap, I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, unfortunately for him, he's not going to get many points. As Ham's left the session.
He's not in this lap.
He's not.
So he's going to leave it all for next lap.
Oh, apparently yellow flag in sector 3 is that Jam is off on the wet compound tyres. And yeah, I don't think Arbon has the pace at the moment.
He got unleashed, but then his teammate
It's still there,
is
really.
already back in it yet.
Just
The top two are definitely showing the pace.
I can take the one.
There's Jam again.
Jam going round. So it looks like Czech's safe from a safety car, providing nothing happens on the rest of this lap. But if there's a safety car anyway, Tim will be out of the points. Yeah, we'll see. Tim is really going really fast at the moment. Ever since he got that drive-through penalty, ever since the VSC, he's turned his tyres on and just left them for dust.
Come up behind Elite Risks.
Yeah, it's just a shame for Tuman, really. But can Czech hold on? Arbon is losing time rather than gaining time to Czech at the moment, and it seems like it will be a double Red Bull podium as he does come into the pits finally. And Czech with a long way ahead now, 7 seconds plus. I think I've jinxed 2 people now. I'm pretty sure I said 2 will be on the podium. The other person I said would be on the podium. Don't know.
Elite risks.
Elite risks.
Tubin and Arbon. So you got one of them.
Arbon, I think. Yeah. Oh, great. Sorry, Arbon, mate.
2-3 at the moment.
Yeah, it seems like Czech has got it all under control. Just needs to keep all 4 wheels pointing in the straight line, and he will be absolutely fine. Does have the right pace. If he does get another penalty, though, he'll be a little bit worried. But I think he's got enough in hand. It's just whether anything happens in behind at the moment. Elite Risks is really trying to get himself into the top 5 now, and will do. Get into the top 5, providing he can stay within the touching distance, and Zach and Spies can stay in touching distance of these guys ahead.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that the safety car restart for Sink kind of lost him the lead. But apart from that, we have had pretty much a very, I wouldn't say you could always, you picked one driver and you win it, like, you know, our man that we thought was going to win it, Elite Race, is sitting in P8, so
yeah, it's a pretty good comeback, definitely there. Don't know who we've picked for driver of the day at the moment. Could be really anyone, to be honest. But
position changes for anyone who wants to vote in chat for theirs. Interesting to see what they pick out.
Yeah, I think Westy would get a point because the Josh hasn't been racing the whole time. Tuman will get a couple of points, but he could have had the whole hog. Probably would have had the whole hog without that drive-through. Yeah, he's been disappointed. Yeah, good race from the Red Bulls. Good race from Shut Metal. Good race from Czech currently, as he's almost got one more lap to go. One more tour of the Portugal circuit. The Algarve international circuit. Across the line, we are on the last lap of this race. It's comfortably clear. I think
ever since he's ever since Jicho has been losing the pace, he's kept with Tuman.
We've got a battle down to turn 1.
But yeah, ever since Tuman got that drive through, he's just been going Czech's way. I thought that was
I've got a bit of almost had a heart attack. So, you know, playing a second 1 and 2. I was like, who's that? And I saw the Alpha Tower, and I was like, sorry.
I thought it was Czech, to be honest, because as soon as a yellow flag appeared, it was Czech in that yellow flag. I'm like, uh-oh. Not another jinx.
Let's look at Gibson tyres on the final lap. We're in the final sector now. This Stetson is going to come through to win this race.
Yeah, as he's running the last corner, which is probably very horrible in the wet, considering. A lot of drivers probably very sketched from it, but
weaving up towards
he will win. As the Red Bulls did not reinvert the cars. Maybe it was a move for Arbor. Maybe that was the crucial move of his race to get himself into P2 ahead of his teammate. I think that's the other time Arbor has outperformed his teammate in a race for the second time in a row. I think he did it in Imola think it was a Red Bull 3-4 at the end. It's
Oh,
now Red Bull 2-3 here.
How was Czech done in the first 2 races?
I know he got a win in Imola last week.
Back, is it? Back to back wins for Czech.
Yeah, so I don't know what he got in Bahrain.
He might have got a podium in Bahrain. That's been tells me that he might have.
Standings.
But yeah, it's pretty good. I think just a little bit, just a tad fortunate that Tuman got that drive through, but you make your own luck in this sport, and he's capitalised fully on that. And, he has got the win once again. And no one gets given the driving there by the game.
Yeah, I don't know who won Bahrain now. I don't know if it was a reserve or whatever.
Yeah, not sure.
But yeah, as I run down the grid, if you want to invite the top 3.
Yes, we'll do.
As well, he got Czech P1, Arbon P2, Jitto P3 running up the top 3. We got Schut coming in home in P4, followed by Van Dorn, followed by Elite Risk, who had a great comeback, as you said. Didn't pick up any penalties and picked up the fastest lap, so that's an extra point to the Ferrari driver. Tuman in P7 after a drive through he had to serve. Quattro coming in P8, Zaxby's following in P9, and Josh, which I don't know if he'll keep the points because he didn't really race, but he rounds up the top 10, and I think he had 4 DNFs, 2, I think that was all 1 on track, and then 2, all the rest in the pits. I think it was only Barlow crashing out to cause the main safety car while the rain was coming down.
And it's magically dried up as well in the background.
Now, so we're just waiting on 2 other people.
They're not joined yet. Well,
I love that check. Sorry.
I just had joined and left, I think.
I bet you took those interviews.
Ah, fair enough. I have no idea, to be honest. How do you want to do it? I'll do Arbon, you do check. Might as well.
Yeah, and you can take the 2 Red Bulls. I can take check if you want.
Yeah, I don't think Jitto is gonna join us, but
so Mike, or does he not?
I don't think he will. So we'll just do 1 each. So yeah.
Yeah, no worries.
So yeah, we'll go on to second place, Arbon in the Red Bull. I'm sure he wasn't going to hear from me interviewing him. Yeah, that was pretty eventful race in the end. Obviously, pretty sweaty towards the latter stages of that race, and in that train at the start. How did you feel that race went, and how crucial was getting ahead of Jitto on that VSC restart? Wonderful move, by the way, as well.
Yeah, I'm pretty proud of that one. I might get the compilation somewhere. But I in the first stint, I was just managing my ERS. The top 3 were very fast. I think it was Tuman, Jitto, and the league. I think whoever was P1, 2, and 3 were very fast. And I was struggling to get within DRS most of the time. And then I don't think the safety car or wherever could have come at a worse time, because I was right behind Jitto and they obviously got double stacked. And then I came up behind Czech, who was really good in the wet, and GT'd him, of course. And then I was basically just stuck behind Jitto for most of the intermediate stint. I went by. It was quite frustrating. Being behind him, because I knew I was quicker than him. I could just see the gap between Jitto and Checo, like up, and then luckily the merge safety car gave me an opportunity. I absolutely nailed my Delta, and I think Jitto had to like brake to get him in his, and they gave me the great opportunity to go around the outside. And well, thankfully he gave good racing room, despite obviously being a championship battle and being with teammates. So GG to him as well for the battle, but. And then after I overtook Jitto, I had a lot of pace in the tank, but I had 2 warnings, so I was taking it easy. I mean, and it's easy to say now, but I think I had another like half a second in me. I was just making sure I didn't get a penalty just to ruin it, so I wasn't going to catch check at the end. But it was quite a fun race in the end, and I'm really happy with my P2.
Yeah, you should be very happy with it. Also, well done on the second place. Is that your best ever finish in SLR history?
Yes, I believe so. P3 last week and then P2 this week. So yeah,
Yeah,
I'm very happy with that. It's Spain, isn't it? No chance. No, I think for Spain I'm actually quite good. But again, the likes of Elite Czech will obviously be good. So I don't want to bank anything. But by the way things go, I might get a P1 next week. But I think I overtake Jitto in the driver stands as well, so that's actually good for that as well. But a really fun race, a race I didn't expect, so I thought it was going to be one DRS straight the entire race, but no, it was actually quite fun. And I'm lucky for team and getting the drive through an event, that has helped me with my P2 as well. But that was quite fun.
Yeah, so yeah, well done.
Thank you.
On to check.
Yeah, as we all go on to the race winner, back-to-back wins. He won in Imola, he wins at Portimao. Let's have your race from your point of view. You seem like you, after the safety car, you kind of found yourself behind Sink and Tuman, but then Sink had a very bad restart. What was your plans after that? Was it just try and get to the end, try not to spin, or just full attack?
Yeah, first of all, I'm quite gutted for Tuman. He had unreal pace, and also Sink. But Tuman especially had unreal pace. It was kind of his race to win. Unfortunately, the Delta just stopped in those first 2 corners on the BSC, so luckily I managed to stop and he didn't. But yeah, unlucky to him, and yeah, well done Arvin and Jitto on the podium. But yeah, for me, it was just about keeping it on track, trying to get no pens. But I mean, obviously, I got one, but had an awful start, just kept getting pushed wide everywhere, and then managed to get back in the train, and yeah, the safety car came good. But no, the pitting onto Inters was good for me because Arden double stacks, so I managed to get out ahead of him just, and then Jitto spinning obviously put me into P3, and yeah, after that it's just, like you said, just controlling, just trying to not spin, which was very hard because the conditions got a lot worse. So yeah, trying not to spin was the main thing, and managed to do that successfully. So yeah, two in a row is not what I expected, especially around Portimao, but I'm sure that others will be gunning for it. And quality, some of the people's pace is ridiculous. So yeah, just looking forward to the next race and hopefully continuing my good form.
As you say, you're hoping for it, but what you like around Spain, is it one of your comfortable ones, or is it one of your dreading ones?
I haven't really done a lot of Spain, so we'll wait and see. I don't remember it ever being a particularly good track, especially the last chicane, so it's all going to be on quality, and quality is not my forte, so I'm not expecting huge things, but I didn't expect huge things into this race in L1, so we'll wait and see. But yeah, cheers legend, good nights, we'll jump in and comment.
Yeah, no worries. It's good to watch. Obviously giving Czech a bit of a giving Czech half a second of that by me commentating. So
Yeah, cheers,
pretty good.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, well, yeah, cheers, boys.
I'll leave it to you to round it off, legend.
So yeah, this has been SLR Division 1 round Portimao. Join us back this week on Thursday for some more F2 action, which they will be taking Spain, I think it's just a normal double header, not a triple header as it was last week. I think so. Hang on, just double checking. Bear with me. Yep, just a normal F2, so it'll just be featured on a sprint. So yeah, join that for Thursday around, is it 9 or 8? I can't remember. But
8.
I think it's 9.
It's 8 o'clock.
Oh, 8, there you go. Little do I know. But yeah, so yeah, join around at 8 for that. We'll get, and then you'll have Division 1 on the Friday, followed by 3-4 McEwen, and then Division 2, I keep saying Division 2 on a Friday, Division 1 on a Monday. But yeah, this has been me and Matt for Division 1. Thank you to Matt for stepping in to join me, much appreciated. And yeah, very good race. So hope you guys have a good night, good evening.